Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation F. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright you all, so we are back with a second video with this really fun Metagross team. If you want to see some more battles with this team outside of this current video, please check out the video that I posted right before this one, and it's also a full in-depth team breakdown of each of these Pokemon sets. But there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into these battles. Alright, so for our next match, we have our first match of the day: Incineroar, Tinglu, Raging Bolt, Urshifu, Amogus, and Flutter. I feel like Water Metagross looks good here. The only thing that annoys it is Raging Bolt and Amogus Sleep. Amogus Sleep is pretty threatening, actually. So with that, I think I want to go Ogerpon. Ogerpon threatens everything on this team pretty much. Ogerpon, Gouging Fire. I want to bring Chien-Pao to help me with Raging Bolt. And if it's Urshifu, or either Urshifu, Primarina is good into both. So let's just bring this core. I don't think we need to speed control in Tornadus, and I think if it's Urshifu Dark, Metagross just doesn't like going up against Tinglu or Urshifu Dark, and we can Tera, but then we become weak to Raging Bolt. So I think it's good to leave it for this match. You don't want to force Metagross. Right, so it is Water Urshifu. If you're Scarf, I suspect you to try to cheese me and you turn out with Urshifu, but we could probably surprise him by going for an immediate Tera, getting the speed boost, outspeeding Scarf Urshifu and KOing it before it has a chance to cycle out. And how we beat Raging Bolt though? I think with Chien-Pao. Just Howl here. I don't think he's gonna go for a Draco Meteor, with me potentially going for a Fairy Tera here. And he's gonna stay in with Urshifu, so we can probably catch my opponent off guard with this Tera. It's not a real huge need to remove Urshifu because we do have Primarina, but just getting rid of pivot options for him is just good in my opinion. Now, are you focused, Sash? Nope. Alright, so we do outspeed him and get the KO there. And he's probably expecting a Fairy Tera on Raging Bolt. Alright, so Ogerpon's looking very scary here. Yeah. There's a Thunderbolt there. So we did catch my opponent predicting the Fairy Tera. There's Amogus. I kind of want to follow me here. And Breaking Swipe to chip the Raging Bolt. He can only Tera one, right? Oh, you didn't go for what? I could have just Heat Crashed you. Well, that did a lot of damage. Okay. I think he has to Tera Raging Bolt next turn now. He's taking way too much damage. That's a good play. I should have went for the Heat Crash here. But he is at -2 now. Oh, he went for a Sludge Bomb. Get some poison. Good. Sludge saying like it's like a 60-70% chance poison, man. I feel like they always get that. But I'd rather take that than going to sleep. Alright, so it's probably Instant in the back if I had to guess. I want a Sacred Sword into Raging Bolt, predicting the instant switch, and how. I think Amoonguss is gonna Tera in the water and Spore here. Oh man, he's not going for a Tera. Alright, it is on Amoonguss though. So if he just Rage Powders, we actually get this right. That's not good. Either way, whatever Amoonguss goes for here is really bad for us. Alright, but Breaking Swipe should KO Raging Bolt if he doesn't switch it here. The sooner we get a Wake Up, the better, though. Why is he not switching? Did he not bring in Cineroar? I think this game would have been over if I just Heat Crashed Amoonguss and then just cudgeled into the. I would have did about the same amount of damage that Breaking Swipe did. And we'll have to worry about redirection or sleep. I think we win if my opponent doesn't switch. He does go for a switch, okay. Is it Flutter? Oh, it's Ting Lu. Interesting. So he can't drop our defenses. Everything he has is weak to Chien-Pao once we get rid of Tornadus. I don't really need to be targeting Team Blue right here. Amoonguss is the bigger threat. That sleep is huge because I need to get rid of Amoonguss there. Oh, we survived though because of the defense drops. Okay, so maybe it's not so bad if we wake up here. If I get a double KO here, come on, Chien-Pao, please wake up for me. Even if we don't wake up, I think Primarina should outspeed Ting Lu. We should get a double KO here. Will he switch Amoonguss though? It's risky. He does make that play. That's a good play. Oh man, I could have read that. heavy slam that slot. We are +1 on Chien-Pao, right? Doesn't Sucker Punch just pick up? Sucker Punch should just KO here. Alright, so we Sucker Punch here and then we just click Hyper Voice again. Let's see how my opponent gets out of this. And Ting Lu's also reducing this special damage from Raging Bolt's Thunderclap into my Primarina. He keeps going for the switches. I mean, but if you're... Are you Assault Vest? Oh, you're not. Okay. So he keeps keeping himself in the game with these plays that he's making. I want to go for a Sucker Punch again. If he doesn't Thunderclap, right? We KO Amogus and then we KO Raging Bolt. I think I'm just gonna go for Hyper Voice. Alright, this is getting dicey. I feel like if I would have read the Amogus switch. Alright. So did he go for Thunderclap? Oh, he did target Primarina. Oh, we survived? Alright. And now Primarina just outspeeds Perfect. So we didn't go for an attack into the Rocky Helmet. Primarina outspeeds Ting Lu. So now we just click Sucker Punch into Raging Bolt and then just Moonblast Ting Lu. I don't think he can play around that. This Raging Bolt does outspeed us, but we threaten Sucker Punch, which moves before Thunderclap. Oh, this game is so tight. Especially for a first game of the day. My opponent played well with the Amogus though, protecting Raging Bolt. I think I could have sped up this game. Yes, we get the KO. I could have sped up this game if I just Heat Crash into the Amogus. But I kind of was reading another Thunderbolt and a Spore. I didn't expect him to go for the Draco there. When I went for Follow Me, that was kind of the idea behind that. But we found a way to pull it out. Primarina, my EVs are so good. Primarina survives literally on 6 HP. And that's all it needed to be able to win this game for us. And Chien-Pao at +1, Sucker Punch should always pick up there. And that was very good for us because let's say we went for Ice Spinner or Sacred Sword in the Amogus. Chien-Pao faints and then he still gets a Thunderbolt off into Primarina, but Primarina does not KO Raging Bolt, right? And in the following turn he can just Thunderclap us, right? So he would have won there. So clicking Sucker Punch, even though we pretty much know he's gonna click Rage Powder, pretty much won us that game from that point. That was a fun one. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so our next match of the day, we have Raikou and Slowbro. Interesting. Pelipper, Archaludon, Porygon Z, and Urshifu. So he has 3 uncommon mons. We know how good Porygon Z is from our videos. I think OGERPON kind of goes nuts here. Primarina and Urshifu. I can't see myself bringing Metagross to this one. I think it's just, I think OGERPON just does the job a little bit better this game. I have no idea what this is. I know that my opponent has Trick Room potential here. Oh, looks like Trick Room's up. It's just Sash. Okay. Cool tech. And this is what using mons that aren't common can do for you. If he's Ghost Tera, then I mean I think we should be able to still get the KO. Oh my god, he's Water Tera. This is crazy, man. Two huge one-hit KOs. Still haven't Tera yet, so I still have that working for me with Primarina at least. Yeah, this is looking tough, man. Hoping that next turn I can get a double KO. Oh, he has Protect on that slot. Is it Teal one? This is crazy. So many surprises and tricks, man. Oh. That was so much damage. That's because you're not Assault Vest. If you only have poison and psychic attacks, though, I think we can still win. So many tricks and nannies on this team. The Protect, I don't know if that mattered too much since he just went for Tailwind. But this game would have been over if I just clicked Ice Spinner into Pelipper. But I can't expect this Archaludon to be not be Assault Vest, and Primarina to do that much into it. That's too much damage. Oh, we double KO! How do we outspeed Slowbro when his tail went up? Is it min speed? I don't know how we just won this game. Oh man, that is crazy. Primarina clutched up. My opponent has all the tricks, and he's pretty high ranked too, so he probably, you know, his team is very best of one strong. I'll give him that. It is very best of one strong. And the Pelipper set wasn't even surprising. Just the Protect on Archaludon, the Water Terror on the Porygon Z, and the even though that I should expect that move on the Slowbro, because he just went for it instead of like a Trick Room turn one, which I assumed he would go for Trick Room turn one, and went for the offensive attack, was also just pretty surprising in my opinion. He probably doesn't even have Trick Room, but that's surprising that we outspeed him and he's on Tailwind, right? That means he has to be like minimum speed. But that was a fun game. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have another Mungus Flutter Urshifu team. And they have Chien-Pao, Dragonite, and Incineroar. I think that Metagross is good into a Dragonite Chien-Pao lead. They're never gonna target Gouging Fire turn one. I think Primarina is excellent here until my opponent's entire team is up the Amogus. I want to go Gouging Fire, Metagross, Chien-Pao, Primarina. Yeah, I like that. I argument could be made for OGERPON over Metagross, but I think OGERPON really loses quickly to a Dragonite Chien-Pao lead, whereas Metagross doesn't as fast as they do. I mean, as OGERPON does. And OGERPON, while it is good for the Incineroar, I just feel like, and it's good to the getting around the redirection for the Mungus. I just feel like Dragonite Chien-Pao, if he does bring it, OGERPON is kind of like useless. But if he doesn't bring it, then I could have brought it over Metagross, similar to like the quarter I brought last game. Yep, so there's Dragonite Chien-Pao. We're gonna go break and swipe turn 1. Will he really go Sucker Punch into Metagross? I think he might, so I'm gonna just Psychic Fangs this slot. Would you really go into the Raging Bolt when I can Burn and Bulwark turn 1? I don't know if he really wants to do that. This is such a volatile turn 1 in my opinion. There's no easy way to play it. He did target Raging Bolt. Wow, you double target a slot that I can Burn and Bulwark? I kind of wanted to go for it, right? See if he brings in Instant here. Protect her. And Tera Blast this slot. He switches out Dragonite and Instant. This should be a one-hit KO. I think he may want to switch Dragonite so we can get off a late game E-Speed. Chien-Pao switches. Is that gonna be Instant? Right. I think it's Instant on this slot. Yep, there it is. Right, so we should be able to one-hit KO it. Water Tera, Tera Blast Water boosted by Chien-Pao should be able to pick up the KO here. And all we need to do is just save Primarina to deal with the Ursa. Nice. I'm gonna switch Chien-Pao into Primarina and then Bullet Punch Dragonite. I think Dragonite's gonna come back out here. I can't believe he doubled into I don't need to switch in for this here actually. He's gonna double Chien-Pao. I'm just gonna go for a Sacred Sword. If he doesn't double me and I get it off, then he's gonna be in trouble. The Primarina looks really good here in the end game. Oh, wow. Well, that's not good. I should have switched out Chien-Pao. Yeah, switching out Chien-Pao was definitely the play there. Yeah, I lose this because of that play. The crit mattered, but I think I could have still survived if I just switched out Chien-Pao because I would just allow him to do more damage. I should have switched in Primarina there. I expected him to double that slot, but I guess he just didn't feel the need to. Yeah, this is probably gonna do over 50, right? Yeah, that's game over. I think we could have survived on Metagross though, if it wasn't for the crit. Because Dragonite, that's why I knew he wanted to switch it out because it's just doing too much damage. We got the instant call right, but I should have switched out Primarina to reduce the damage. I mean, switched in Primarina to reduce the damage that Dragonite was doing. Yeah, well played by my opponent. He took this one. Yeah, that was the one turn. I could have also went for Burning Bulwark turn 1. He would have just been like double burning. That was very risky by him because burning Chien-Pao and Dragonite from turn 1 is just game over for him, right? And next time I go up against the Dragonite lead like that, I am going to consider this going for the Burning Bulwark. Because if my opponent's going to be, you know, if they're going to start to be that bold to go for that, then let's just take advantage of it and burn them. Because I know I seen it when I used Dragonite Chien-Pao earlier in the format, and I went after the Gouging Fire. It did not feel good to get both of them burned, right? But everyone doesn't think like that, you know. But let's get into the next one. Ooh, so we have an opposing Gouging Fire for our first game with Grimmsnarl, Moltres, Annihilate, Comfy, and OGERPON. So the screens plus setup between Annihilate and Moltres looks good. Gouging Fire and Annihilate is something I featured at the start of Regulation F, and it is really good as well. Funny because I initially had Whimsicott on that Comfy on that team instead of Whimsicott, and I swapped out Comfy because I just felt like it was a little bit too passive on the team, and I swapped it out for Whimsicott to use the beat up strategy alongside Annihilate instead of the recovery, because I felt like Drain Punch and Leftovers was enough recovery for Annihilate. That's interesting. So how do we want to play this? I think forcing out an early Tera from Annihilate, if it's Tera Fire, could be valuable. No, I need Chien-Pao to break his team. And I think Primarina, because it resists the Fiery Wrath, is also good. He went Gouging Fire at Grimmsnarl. Interesting. Alright, so I want to go for a Rain Dance here. I don't think you go for Burning Bull or turn 1, do you? Kinda just want to bullet punch, Grimmsnarl, get it in range. Yeah, he didn't go for Burning Bulwark, but doesn't do too much. It's a bulky Grim. I thought it might do at least 50. Just go for Psychic Fangs and Gouging Fire. I mean, he's howling, but he's not boosting up like something in the back like an Annihilate. He's boosting up Grimmsnarl. I'm okay with that. Decent damage. I think I just want to Bleak one here and Bullet Punch. So we got rid of his screen. So that's why another reason Metagross is good in the Grimmsnarl, because now he doesn't have his Reflect. Alright, so if it's Annihilate coming in, you're taking a Bleak one. It's OGERPON, okay. Our special attack is dropped, so it won't do as much as it should. Rocky Helmet still doing chip here. Nice. I mean, everything is getting pretty low, and we still have Chien-Pao in the back. OGERPON's close to being KO'd. Grimmsnarl's Bullet Punch away from being KO'd. There's Annihilate. My opponent still does have Tera though, so I want to switch out into Primarina. I'm gonna Tera and Psychic Fangs OGERPON. I think Annihilate goes for. I need to conserve Tornadus. Annihilate should Tera here. Okay. That's me Tera. Oh, he didn't even go after Metagross. I thought surely you would go after that slot so I can't get screens up. I mean, so you can get screens up. I think I just want a Hyper Voice here. I think Annihilate should Tera. You should Tera here. I'll be shocked if you didn't. And you just take a Moonblast full on. And I'm gonna Bullet Punch Grimmsnarl so he can't get screens up. There's a Tera. Should be, if you're Fire, then this is gonna be a lot of damage onto Annihilate. Oh, release water. Okay. But now we can hit it with Chien-Pao, so we just need to get it in range. Alright, so no screens for you. Metagross was so good here. So good. It's just another bulk up. Alright, so I know he's going to target down Primarina this turn, so I'm going to switch it into Tornadus here. There's no reason why you should ignore Primarina. It's either a bulk up or he's Rage Fisting into Primarina. Because that special attack boost should spook him. Nice. 2020 Pokevision. And now we can get off a fast Moonblast with the Tailwind boost. And Drain Punch is resisted by both. Well, it's going to KO Tornadus, but you're going to take Rocky Helmet Chip, right? And Primarina can survive a Drain Punch here. Tailwind's up. Beautiful damage. And he doesn't even go for Drain Punch. So now we just bring out Chien-Pao and go for Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword, even if he survives and gets a Drain Punch off, will survive with Sash. And then Sacred Sword plus Bleak Wind should be able to get the KO next turn, right? Actually, why not just protect? What is he really doing here? He's not gonna go after Tornadus here, so. Then this way, I don't have to take, because I'm pretty sure Sacred Sword doesn't KO from that range. Oh, and he protects, okay. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about missing Bleak Wind since we got the rain back up. Yeah, I think that my opponent would have been better off leading Annihilate. I think Gouging Fire plus Grim was very passive, and Metagross was just really good into that. He really threatened no damage into it once the rain was up. But that should wrap this game up. Yep, so he survives with a smidget, but Bleak Wind's going to finish it off. Beautiful. And we break the Unbreakable Annihilate. But as you see, like, that strategy can be threatening if you don't have answers into Annihilate and you just lead like Annihilate, Gouging Fire. You can't really intimidate that duo because of the Defiant. So it is really strong, but I feel like my opponent didn't use it properly. Yeah, I actually felt like I played a perfect game there. I don't think I got... the only turn that I kind of was set back just slightly, well, not even really, because I got a special attack boost, which made Primarina seem more threatening. So even though the Hyper Voice I went for in the rain was resisted by because he was Water Terror, had he been Fire Terror, that would have just been a KO, right? And Fire Terror was smart there because Fire resists the Moonblast, which initially should come out if I'm not like Throat Spray to get a special attack boost. And you will resist the Moonblast plus potentially get a +2 if I drop your special attack, right? So Fire Terror would have been good in that situation, but he had the correct Terror there. But even then, because we got the special attack boost, it made him really want to get rid of Primarina the following turn, which allowed us to get a free switch into Tornadus. So we didn't lose a single mon. Well, yeah, we didn't lose a single mon, actually. Well, no, he took out Primarina with the Rage Fist. But I did feel like we were very positioned to win that game. But let's get into the next one. All right, so for our next team, we have Balance here. So Urshifu and Cineroar, Rillaboom with Amoonguss, Raging Bolt, and Chien-Pao. I think Tornadus is a decent early game. Actually, I like OGERPON Gouging Fire here. Chien-Pao. Primarina is good against the top 3, but bad against the bottom 3. But being good into half of the team is valuable, right? Yeah. Primarina just looks so good, honestly, to me. Like, it feels like it really does complete this team for what it needs. Like the fairy plus the water, it completes, you know, my I do have a steel type, right? Yeah, it completes my fairy dragon steel core as well as my fire water grass core. I don't even think Relevant risks a fake out here. It may just be a hard switch. I could have read that and just went for Cudgel into it, but I think the chip onto Raging Bolt is valuable. Because Raging Bolt is well, both of these are issued for Primarina. Okay, so they're leaving Relevant in, so I think Cudgel should do still about +1 plus a grassy terrain. It's still gonna do decent damage to Raging Bolt, and this is just to cover for like a random Draco Meteor. Yeah, so I figured he wasn't gonna go for fake out. Ooh, that did over 50%. OGERPON is so strong. Yeah, no free calm minds for you, sir. It is U-turn. Alright, so that does well over 50. So your leftovers, alright, so he's probably gonna protect here. I think Spiky Shield is fine, plus Breaking Swipe. Even though we did so much damage turn 1, my opponent did get Rillaboom out safely, and I'm pretty sure his last one is Incineroar, so removing OGERPON is probably his priority. Is that Raging Bolt Tera in here? Oh, okay. Fire. I guess covering for a Flare Blitz, but I'm honestly not going for Flare Blitz. I'd rather just drop your attack. I wonder, are you the Clear Amulet set that I've been seeing going around? Oh, he has Ice Shard. I mean, +1 Breaking Swipe with Chien-Pao on the field. So just KO you, right? Nice. And I don't believe Chien-Pao attack drop right, so I think it's Clear Amulet. Clear Amulet. Alright. My opponent's threatening so much priority here, which is not good. I actually think I just want to switch in a Primarina here and Burning Bulwark. If he targets Gouging Fire with Rillaboom, then he's gonna be burnt. I'm hoping it's a Glide there, Shard into. Okay, and I'm hoping it's a glide. Oh, he doubled. Okay. There's Incineroar. He got the call right. Dang it. Well played. And he called last turn perfectly, man. No hard switch either. I still could have won this game if I just clicked Sacred Sword there. So how do we win from this point? He's making all the right switches. Yeah, that's good. What is my Gouging fire at? I am at -1. I can get a double protector and he missed an icicle crash and we're still in it. Okay, we do get the double. Is it a Sacred Sword into that slot? We haven't revealed Sacred Sword, so it's a chance that he might not. And he keeps getting it right, man. Oh, okay. But we got this turn right, though. Let's see, does he hard switch again? It would have been a really good spot if I just went for the ice spinner. I keep falling for the same trick, man. Protecting the wrong slot. I feel like I keep falling for whether he's gonna fake out, whether he's gonna attack. Alright, he has to switch out in Incineroar here. But if he doesn't, then I KO with Sacred Sword. And if I just got last turn right, I feel like I would have been in a really good spot. I feel like the grass is helping me more than it's helping him. So we still got a chance to win this if he doesn't have a fighting type attack. Neutral flare, neutral Sacred Sword should still be able to KO Incineroar. We had to get 2 double protects, but it's not like it mattered the first time because he didn't double that slot. But I don't think he has a fighting type attack. What are your other attacks then? I think he has Icy Wind. Oh, Ice Shard. Okay, it's the priority move. I totally forgot about that he was going for Ice Shard. Wait, he hasn't done Sucker Punch yet either. He's only went for Ice type attack. So what's your last move? And do you have Protect on Incineroar? I don't think so. Nice. Okay, and you can miss Ice Shard. Icicle Crash at any point. He keeps hitting it though. Alright, so we need to get as much of this recovery as we can get. Can my Chien-Pao really 1v3 this? Alright, so he's saving the PP on his Icicle Crash. Let's see. Let's see how much Sucker Punch is doing. I hope it's doing like 50. Oh, critical hit. Okay. Another, let's go, Chien-Pao. Oh, wow. I cannot believe we won this game. My opponent played so well with the Incineroar Rillaboom, and that's why a lot of people really didn't want Incineroar to come back, because of the combo that it can do when it's next to Rillaboom. And what they can do is like pretty much hard switch, force you to protect because you think a fake out's coming out because they're threatening a KO with their teammate, and then bait out your protect, and the next turn they get a free fake out because they hard switch, and now they go for the fake out next turn plus the KO move, right? And that's pretty hard to call, right? As you see, we had a bunch of those mind games where it's back and forth, like whether he's gonna switch, is he gonna stay in? The first time I thought he was gonna switch in a Rillaboom, he stayed in and took an Ice Spinner. He literally got the call right every single turn when it came to how I was gonna target that slot. And Chien-Pao was threatening to KO into Rillaboom and Incineroar, but I was never in a position to just straight up do it without them switching, right? And I had to get the call right. And it is a hard call to make, but at any point if I had got one right, I would have just expedited the speed of this game because he wouldn't be able to cycle. And once those fake outs are done cycling, then my Chien-Pao was really able to really win the game from there, especially if I still had Gouging Fire next to it, boosting its attack stat. But I hope that really showcased, you know, the strength. Even though we won that game, just the strength of how powerful Rillaboom and Incineroar can be next to each other. Like being able to cycle those two who cover each other perfectly defensively is just really good in my opinion. Like as you see, like Rillaboom can survive the Sacred Sword that Incineroar can't take. Incineroar resists the Ice Spinner that Rillaboom can't take. And every time we remove their terrain, which in my opinion, outside of once Gouging Fire went down, the terrain was just in my benefit because it allowed my Chien-Pao just to have a little bit more health. And with me being able to hit his Chien-Pao for neutral, and he can only hit me with resisted attacks, the grassy terrain helped me a lot more, right? So that was a fun match. Let's get into the next one. All right. Now we have Empoleon, Farigiraf, Rillaboom, Gouging Fire, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. So similar team. They have a Trick Room option though. We have a Tailwind option, and they have Defiant User. How good is OGERPON here? Outside of his own opposing Gouging Fire, I think his Gouging Fire has to boost up before it can deal big damage. So I kind of want to leave Metagross. Metagross is really bad into the Empoleon though. So I want to leave Ogre. Nah, I want to leave Metagross. I bring Chien-Pao in the back to help me with Empoleon. And I think OGERPON is good too. Primarina is just walled by Empoleon. Empoleon is actually looks good into my team. So we knew my opponent was going to be Empoleon, right? I think OGERPON just kind of wipes Empoleon, so let's try to get rid of Gouging Fire. Oh, that's game over. He really went for about. That's the first time they went for that. Beautiful. So we at least break the yawn stuff, but we do fall asleep here. Yeah, but my opponent's Gouging Fire is really the issue here. Ice coverage is still good here. I think I just want to go for the Tera, keep my eye around. Tera. Bullet punch you to break your Sash. Metagross might be burnt, but I am still at +1, so I'm still doing decent damage, just not really good damage. Is it breaking swipe here? Okay. Alright, so we can remove Chien-Pao if we wake up here. And I know you got Flutter sitting back there. Oh, good play. Hoping we can wake up here. I shouldn't do much. It's not too much damage. Nice. And now we just click break and swipe because you're in range. Most you can do is sucker punch, but we resist it because we're Tera Fairy. Primarina would have actually been good right here. I'm gonna use OGERPON kind of as fodder. Pretty sure Chien-Pao is gonna protect this turn, so I'm gonna howl, spike his shield. Nice. We should be able to survive a heat crash once we get the break and swipe out. Me and his Gouging Fire is speed tying though, because he just went before us last turn. I'm gonna Ivy cover this slot just in case Flutter Man switches. Oh, he's not gonna switch. Okay. If you got Flutter Man in the back, you're in trouble, sir, because I can just sucker punch your Gouging Fire and just heat crash Flutter. Oh, it's Rillaboom. I don't even see the need to Burning Bulwark here. I could, but I don't think you're ever gonna fake me out when I'm probably most likely gonna double protect it. Unless you're Terrifier and Rillaboom. And he is. Alright, so now I'm just gonna break and swipe away. Oh man, is he going for a wood hammer? Oh, that was a good play. I was a little bit too aggressive that turn. Alright, both of my can Chien-Pao clutch this out again? I think it's a guaranteed KO here with Sucker Punch on that slot. Okay. So we get around in that time. Oh, he has Protect on Rillaboom. Of course he has freaking Protect on Rillaboom. Why not? But he did go for the double, so we get that call right. He survives though. Would Ice Spinner have KO'd him there? Well played by my opponent. I was way too aggressive with my Gouging Fire. I could have just burned it, but I mean I couldn't burn him anyway because he teared in the fire, so I guess it was always safe. Yeah. Having Protect on Rillaboom kind of won him this game though, which is not really common on Rillaboom, but as you see, like it helped him win this game. So props to my opponent for that. Yeah, it was just I was way too, that's one thing even though that I have to prove about myself that I want to work on is just being overly aggressive when I have the win in front of me and just thinking about my plays a little bit more and making like safer plays because there's no reason for me to not double protect her. If he's threatening Fake Out, he doesn't, the only setup he has is really Howl, but at no point had he ever even went for Howl this game, so I think it was safe for me to just double protect there, and I think I would have won the game from there. Chien-Pao almost was able to clutch it up. If he didn't have Protect on Rillaboom, Sucker Punch would have knocked Rillaboom out, unless he went for like Fake Out just to make me waste Sucker Punch, and then Gouging Fire could have killed Chien-Pao from there. But he still had ways around it, but Protect is really cool tech on Rillaboom. But let's get into one final game. Alright, so we have our final match of the day, and it's going to be Gouging Fire, not Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt. I still getting their names mixed up. Incineroar, Landorus, Urshifu, Chien-Pao, and Flutter. I'm almost positive my opponent's gonna lead Raging Bolt. Try to remove OGERPON as quickly as possible. Primarina looks so good into Incineroar, Urshifu, and Landorus. Tornadus gives me speed control. I don't know if I need it. I'm going to go with Primarina. I really like this team. It's just, it's so much that you can do with it. So many different leads that you can go for. Like Primarina just always feels strong in the back to me. Alright, so OGERPON's boosted up. Can Incineroar switch here? I don't think he's gonna fake out, so I want a superpower Incineroar. Tera, how? I get this weird feeling that he doesn't want to fake out here. This is again me playing aggressive like I just talked about in the previous match, but I feel like he doesn't want to fake out here. Alright, something's tearing. Is it Incineroar? Okay. Raging Bolt. Electric. Are you going for a straight Thunderbolt into a Gouging Fire? Alright, I figured he wouldn't tear him. I mean, he wouldn't fake out. Alright, Incineroar's gone. What are you going for a Thunderbolt here? Tera Electric is scary, right? Oh, he went for a Draco. Whew. Sign of relief there. I'm gonna go for Breaking Swipe plus Cudgel into Thunderclap. Who's that into? Is it a double up? Is he Scarf or he's just faster than me? Yeah, he's got to be Scarf. Yeah, he's Scarf. Oh wow, he didn't even go for Thunderclap. The Scarf ruined me because otherwise I got the big damage off. Why is he not going for Thunderclap? It's a Primarina. He should Thunderclap here though, right? There's no way you click Thunderbolt again. Wow, he's really just not gonna click Thunderclap. I can't believe that. And I have a lot of speed investment on Primarina. I could have just outsped. So I mean, you went for Thunderclap that time. Surely. I can't believe he's running Scarf Urshifu Dark. Yeah, because I have my enough speed investment on OGERPON to outspeed max speed Timid Landorus Eye. So I speed creep that. So that naturally outspeeds Urshifu, right? So in order to outspeed, plus he's going before my Raging Bolt, so he's definitely Scarf. But I purposely made OGERPON be able to outspeed Landorus Eye. He's already Tera, so this game's over. I'm shocked he never went for Thunderclap into he didn't go to for Thunderclap either turn. I don't know why. Primarina just, if I outsped you, I guess he was just certain that he outsped me. Maybe he's max speed. I'm not sure why he just didn't go for it, but we're just gonna heat crash the Ice Spin. This game's over. And you can't have random Scarf on land. Oh, that just one KOs. Nice. Yeah, because the Scarf was on Urshifu. Scarf Urshifu Dark is pretty cool. I used it a couple of teams ago on my Hydrapple team. So interesting quarter my opponent's using, but we were able to get that last win. Yeah, really cool team that my opponent's using. Tera Electric is definitely scary on Raging Bolt because if you can't remove it from the field, like Tera Electric Thunderbolt just does so much damage. Like it's so strong. But let's get into a final review. Alright, so getting into a final review with this team. This team is so fun. And I really love the Firewater Grass core plus Fairy Dragon Steel core. It just gives this team a lot of synergy, and I feel like Chien-Pao kind of brings it together perfectly. And we have just enough special attack investment on this team with Primarina and Tornadus that we're not completely walled by like teams that are really good as a physical attacker. So it's like a perfect blend of everything. You have pretty much all the coverage that you need to hit everything in the field. The only thing we're missing is like ground type coverage, but you have fighting type coverage on Chien-Pao and OGERPON, so that should help. And fighting hits a lot of the things that ground likes to hit. Only thing you're really not hitting is electric types, which is what we faced in our last game, which we saw it was kind of hard to just remove from the field, but we kind of played around it. We got enough damage off into it to where we was able to knock it out with a Sucker Punch and a Break and Swipe follow-up. So it worked out pretty well. And Gouging Fire is so good next to Metagross and OGERPON. I can't understand how good this Pokemon is. It has definitely, you know, impressed me every time I use it. It feels strong, it feels consistent, and even when I play against it, it feels really good. Like you saw the one game we lost to opposing Gouging Fire, right? And I do think that Rillaboom was a standard set without Protect, and my opponent didn't have the wisdom to go for Fake Out to make me waste my Sucker Punch. I do believe that we would have won that game because Sucker Punch would have killed Rillaboom, and then I could have just Ice Spinnered or Sucker Punch the Gouging Fire. It would have been a Sucker Punch mind game, but eventually I do think that I would have been able to win that game because he wouldn't have been able to burn us, right? And so they ended up working out in our favor. But that game was, this team was really fun. I give it a 9 out of 10. Metagross is really strong in this format, and it's so much things you can explore with it. You can also go with like an Earthquake set instead of the knockoff, but I thought knockoff was good next to Chien-Pao just because the dark coverage without having to go for Sucker Punch is just really good in my opinion. And also we get to remove an item, so it's a really cool set, and I'm happy I got to showcase it. And we did get to see, you know, OGERPON be able to remove Incineroar in that last game, catching it off guard with that superpower. That's really what superpower is there for. Incineroar likes to feel safe, and a lot of opponents, they really get greedy with Incineroar and just choose not to fake out turn 1, and we were able to really punish that from doing that. The Rocky Helmet bulky Tornadus set was also really good, and just being able to switch in and just deal consistent chimp damage to your opponent's physical attackers is really valuable. And Primarina, this set is just so fun and so consistent and strong with the throat spray, and it's able to do really good damage, have decent bulk, and also be able to support your physical attackers with Helping Hand. So it's such a good Pokemon. I'm really happy, you know, how well this team did. But that's going to be it for a final team review, actually. There's a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And go ahead and subscribe, guys, because we are chasing 500 subscribers, and we are so close. And we are definitely trying to get there. So if you like this type of content, leave a like for me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.